Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Bragg from Braggio
Hey.
and Ben from NolanTCG.
Team Sam won an YCS before Jake did.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He's also a fat-headed moron before Jake is, so good on him. Anyway, how was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Bragg.
From one fat-headed moron to another. Quiet week? Oh yeah, waited out the Tenpai release. I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if it was in the questions, but it's expensive.
Shocking.
Very expensive. We'll get to that when the news. And yeah, so just grinding out with that, playing a few Cashier cards in there. You know, easy wins. Easy wins.
Actually?
Yeah, it's Tenpai.
Yeah.
Summon monster. Off a handshake.
Yeah.
I'm sure people just scoop the moment you like fucking go board wipe. Summon Vidra.
Like, I mean, like, this is silver, so I dropped so far, like, because all I was doing is Jeweler's Cups and no ladder.
I haven't done shit in ages.
I wonder if you'll be down to the rookie or whatever it is.
No idea. Could be.
Rookie?
Be
Beginner?
fun to see.
What?
Could be content worthy. Get back from rookie on some sort of FTK that's legal.
I'm sure it's not 80.
When the Samurai
Maybe.
is.
I mean, you go up to gold pretty quick. Like, you pretty much just one and done in the lower ranks. You win a duel, you rank up.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's too long.
Mance has other things to do, like Rush Duel,
Yeah. I was doing
which
that.
is ludicrously more expensive and far less rewarding.
In the card today, I was like, Rush Duel, Rush Duel, Rush Duel, Rush Duel, Rush Duel, Rush Duel, Rush Duel. The new Fusion deck's so good. They finally released the patch that fixed the skill issue.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Not
Can I have that, please? I would like to fix my skill issue.
So now I actually get like the fusion skill. It's great. Just if you have Roadstar on field, you either add the other fusion material or the poly. It's like, sick, awesome. Off to the races I go. Use my 4,000 attack monster close to every turn.
Must be nice.
What else have we got on your week, Ben?
I came dead last at locals because I tried to have fun.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
I'm not doing that no more. I will have my
Although-
revenge.
You tried to have fun, but I would say in the wrong way.
Why?
I think with some tweaks, your fun could be fun.
Yeah, 60 cards was not the way to go.
Nah.
No. It sucked.
Well, yeah. Can't wait to that locals. Did you do any matches on stream?
Yeah.
Camera.
I think the most recent one that went
Yeah,
up
went
was
up.
one of his replays.
The one time I like finally established some form of control, I committed like everything I had to leaving Lucas with like 2 cards in hand, and he's like, anyway, one of them was another copy of Birth. I win, and I was like, sick,
Oh.
awesome, cool. All that effort and Birth just gets 3 materials back. It's so fun.
Oh. That's so dog.
I think, like I said, I think there's a way with some tweaks that you can have fun.
I'm not touching that deck ever again.
That's another of Ben's pet decks ridden off into the
Without
sunset.
Ruin Totem.
Dragon Maid is dead until the new support gets announced from the OCG, perhaps, if it's any good. Paleozoic is dead because Ronan's dead and Ben doesn't want to, like, theory craft on
Yeah, without
new
Ronin
versions.
Totem, it's not there. I need Ronin Totem back.
Miss you every day.
Again, I don't think you do. I think you're just very reliant.
Ban subs the Toad and bring back Ronin Totem.
Yeah.
They should never have done the switch.
No.
I can understand the switch, though.
No. None of this shit. Because they did the switch and then just printed more ways to make Toad in that deck. And it's like, sick. Awesome. You guys banned Ronin Totem for literally no reason. Because they were like, guys, Ronin Totem is banned. 3 months later, like, check out this Ice Barrier engine, though. Does the same thing.
Yeah. It's like.
Why don't you do that?
Because you can't recur that in a frog control deck.
I don't know. I think you're giving up too soon, personally, but
Fuck it.
I don't think I'm going to be able to convince you otherwise. So,
The better things to play now.
like,
Like FTK.
yes, of course, that's illegal.
Yes.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Anyway,
I did make a decision in my FTK deck. I was wasting space. So now it is pure FTK. None of this fucking around. Made it more consistent.
Oh, so it's FTK or bust?
You cut hand trap.
Well, that was the thing, like, if you always get to a point where you just kind of choose what you want. So that is kind of the way to go. Because, like, there's no point of doing the other way because if you're not doing the other way, then you're FTKing anyway.
Okay.
So I'm cutting the other shit, putting in more cards to protect from things like getting unicorned. Because I was just playing one Sayuya, and I was like, no, at least 2 is required. So
But now he's not going to banish your Saryusha.
I'm
He's
gonna
going to
play
banish
3.
something else.
I'm just going to play 3.
I like that we say he because there's only one person that's going to do that.
I'm just going to play 3 of every card. Every card that's useful is going to be at 3, and all the useless shit is going to be at 1.
3 SPs.
Granted, discussing this on the podcast means it's not a secret, but let's pretend it is. What if you just play like a bunch of like really powerful looking cards at 1 as like bait?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's called the link package. Yes.
Yes. Pretend you didn't hear that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's upcoming. So look forward to losing to that. My week. So still playing
60 card, no hand trap.
Tier Lightsworn Fiendsmith. There's one hand trap.
Snib.
No. I mean, Nib's in the side. It's Gamma. Literally one. Literally one hand trap. It came up. It has come up.
That's fucked.
The one time he had it against me, I was just like, I'm not playing into this.
What can you do? Anyway, I'm still having a shitload of fun. I really am.
At least someone is.
Gamba fun.
Yeah.
I'm getting better with the interactions of like knowing when to trigger what and all that kind of stuff. So like being able to play through a bit more now, which is good. The deck is still inherently flawed, but what can you do? The important thing is I'm having fun. Although now that there's a set out that I could use the store credit to buy to then get the fucking hand traps that are ludicrously expensive, I probably should
The flappy hand trapping?
less on the side of having fun and more on the side of getting store credit. We'll see how we go.
As if you're not just going to pull more mermals.
I mean, potentially.
Woo!
We'll see how we go. And then in Master Duel, I was playing a couple of games of Master Duel last night. I am concerned, though, that the Hawkist is not in a position where if it was to verse a Tempai, which it hasn't yet, but if it were to verse a Tempai, it may not be able to play through what they can do. So that is a concern. So I may have to look into that as I move through the ladder this season, I guess.
Is there not like a rank 8 you can make that stops that deck? A rank 8 that can't be destroyed by battle or card effect.
I'm drawing blanks here.
Just put that in mind. It could be just a one-off card you put in your extra deck and you're like, I'll just shit this out and see what happens.
Illusion rank 8 when.
The other thing you could do, depending, is use more of the Horus engine and set up that rank 8 that's like neither player can summon from the grave, and just sit on sort of IP, the counter trap, and the thing that stops grave summoning.
I think that's specifically one dragon or two dragon.
Well, they can't then do the whole synchro nonsense. Like, it does hamper them somewhat. The other thing I could do is just put in, like,
Generic
the
dragon?
trap thingy?
DD Crow.
I mean, yeah, that too. But more so the Rise to Full Height. And just do that nonsense with IP.
Oh yeah, if you're milling cards, just play Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I think
sprinkle
I
a
might
little
just
bit
do
of
that.
A little bit of Rise.
Yeah, so those are some things. And yeah, I should play it more Unchained because it's more consistent, but it's not fun.
Yeah.
Well, it is
Right
fun,
about
but
that.
less fun than sending shit to bin and hoping for the best.
Can't be more fun than Tempai.
Well, it's more fun than trying to buy a Tempai.
Look, it is expensive, but it's not that bad. It's just if you had 7,000 gems, this wouldn't be a problem.
See, you could jump in with Tempai. I know how much you loved that deck when it was in your hands.
I don't remember you
Yes.
hated it, didn't you?
Yes, you did.
What?
Tempai. You weren't a big enjoyer of Tempai.
I didn't like after the ban list with the one fucking field spell.
Well,
I don't know. I seemingly had a habit in that deck of opening a bunch of useless. Like I'd just open 5 dragons and be like, "This isn't how it's supposed to work at all." Anyway,
Anyway.
Door and that are there from the beginning as well. And Sharoku.
So speaking of Master Duel and the Tenpai Dragons, they have now been released as of Thursday. The pack includes the Tenpais, the Ritual Beasts, and the Infernoids, and the Goblin Bikers. That's another deck you can play. That was one of the couple of decks I was versing last night. Actually, is the thing I just said, Goblin Bikers. They lost to time. They were trying to do too many things. And Ritual Beast scares the shit out of me.
It's fine.
It's one of those decks where they're going to normal summon Elder, and I'm going to scoop not because I don't think I can beat their board, but because I don't want to have to watch them for that long.
They can't generate their board in 5 minutes.
That is one thing as well, is that like they can't do the TCG/OCG thing of like banish summon for that long because they just don't have the time. But if they summon...
Also, is Ulti Canahawk still at 1 or is it at 3?
I don't remember seeing the ban list thing above it because I pulled one.
Okay.
That's true.
I do not know.
Just thought I'd throw that out there. Anyway, they also reprinted Uranus.
Excuse me?
I don't know, I made it up.
They've got a new bundle in there for you to purchase as well. The Ghost Bell bundle. So 750 gems for 10 master packs and a copy of Ghost Bell. So that's a nice little value deal.
Yeah, I don't actually know if I have Ghost Bells in this game.
Yeah, I can't remember if I think I may have crafted them and then uncrafted them because like the meta just sort of fell off for Ghost Bell.
Ghost Bell main's kind of rough.
How do you guys like have to decraft shit in that game?
You aren't playing. You could have 10 billion gems and it wouldn't matter. So shut the fuck up.
I only decraft the spare stuff. I haven't decrafted like I had to kill Exorcisters like to do a deck a month or two ago. But
in terms of like an entire deck decraft, the only one that I've done recently is Snake Eyes and Kashtira.
Coward.
And that's purely because the deck's bored the fuck out of me. Although I still do have one Fenrir for a deck.
I know. I will not disenchant any of that because it's just you can slide into anything.
It'll get hit on the ban list eventually, and then hey, bonus gems.
Which what's the window? Okay, did Poplar get hit? Poplar did get limited this weekend,
in the most
right?
recent ban list. Yes.
So why is it only because it was limited? I don't get extra creds.
Correct. It wasn't banned.
I hate you, Jerome.
I think this one, to be fair, is out of Jerome's hands. This
It's very much in Jerome's hands.
Is it?
Seen hands?
What? Also in Master...
I would have. We've seen him play the game before.
Keep going, man.
Anyway, we also have a couple of new assets. We have a Ruins of Sinful Spoils field. Looks very cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's got, for the opponent's side, it has like Flame Burge all twisted up and he like puts his head over the graveyard and blows some blue fire. And then on your side, there's Snake Eyes, the Star, the big one. And he real big. He huge. It's actually quite funny.
Huge.
And then there's also sleeves for Ritual Beasts. So it's like...
Boo.
Ulti Canahawk.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Oh, and
Thanks.
a Sunken Summoning icon as well. Just a little tile.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Oh, and then also a Sunken Kaiho background as well. Many Dragon.
Oh no. What is it at the moment? Actually, I think it's Flame Burge at the moment. So I had Promethean for ages. And before that was Golden Lord.
Oh, the Lord, of course. I don't think I've changed mine from Dingyusu for a long time.
I have mine just never ever set, so it just kind of chooses any card,
Yeah.
any one that I've got.
Are you talking about the very start menu or the one that you open up as you go in?
I've never acknowledged either, so it'd
Okay,
just be set to
so
default.
when you open it up, it does rotate through a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
But when you're in your main menu, it'll default to like a static default one. So there will be a default one, but as you said, you're not paying enough attention to know.
Yes. Sure.
Cool. So moving on, we have some announcements of a whole bunch of support for a whole bunch of decks. So let's start with Tenyi. getting some surprise support in Supreme Darkness.
Yeah.
So they get an extender, just summons itself if there's a worm on field or in banished. And then summons a link monster when it's sent to the graveyard, synchro material, because it's
the
a
link
tuner.
can't be used as link material?
It can't be used as link material, and you lose life points equal to its link rating times 1,000.
It seemed like a strange extension piece. Because, like, I'm assuming it's supposed to send out... Because it doesn't negate the effects. So
Correct.
It's supposed to put the link 2 back out.
Correct.
That you can then discard and summon back another.
Yes. I quite like it. And even if you're feeling brave and halving your life points, you can summon out the link 4 that's like protects all your effect monsters if you have a normal monster on board.
I thought you were going to say summon out the best 10 monster. Deshudo.
Did you mean Meme?
You get that off the Yazi.
Yeah, you get there eventually.
Yeah. Go through all the best cards that Tenyi have.
And then they get a light synchro, which is Tenyi Spirit Mula Adhara. So if this card is synchro summoned and you have 2 or more worm monsters in your graveyard or banished, you can add a field spell from your deck to your hand.
Why does it want money? Is it a money dragon? There's a lot of gold.
Well, it's just Adhara, but with a dude.
Yeah, yes, that's more. That means money.
And this card gains the effects while there is a non-effect monster on the field, cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, cannot target this card with card effects, and can make a second attack during each battle phase. And then to justify its random field spell search, there is a new 10 field spell, Eternal Perfection. When this card resolves, add a Vessel of Dragon Cycle or Heavenly Dragon Circle from your deck to your hand.
This was good.
That was very good. And then tribute a worm monster, target monster on the field, destroy it. Just some random
That part
removal.
is fine.
And then tribute, once per turn during your end phase, send this card to the graveyard and then place Flawless Perfection of the Tenyi from your deck or graveyard face up in your field zone.
That's not necessary.
It's kind of cute, but yeah, I wouldn't say super necessary.
Adding the quick play is the best thing that does.
Yeah. Adding either of them, because Dragon Cycle is actually really good too.
Yeah.
Both very good.
I was thinking about a dragon on a bike. Don't worry about me.
Oh, but if these are worms, they don't have hands.
Yeah, you can run.
Look, Ma, no hands.
That's a childhood memory.
And then, next bit of support we have is the second iteration of Mermail / Atlantean.
Mermail.
It was nice to see that they get another run.
Were these good?
They're not bad. So,
I need you to give me a better response than they're not bad.
well, the thing is, I've only watched a couple of replays, and like they're kind of just extra pieces for extension more than anything else. Like they're not end board pieces.
They didn't retrain a broken Migaloo.
Wait, is this...
No.
What is this in?
Supreme Darkness.
They had one job, and it was to give us a broken Migaloo retrain.
I don't know if they did have that job.
That'd have been pretty full. Yeah. They should have done. It was very upsetting.
Whatever that was, don't ever say it to me again.
It's very upsetting.
So they get a retrain of Poseidra, because the original Poseidra is garbage.
Not
Yep.
Migaloo.
So it's level 7. Send one other water monster from your hand or face up field to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. If it's normal special, send an Atlantean or Mermail from deck to the graveyard. Target one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand.
God,
Your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attacks while you control a monster other than itself. And then a new
quick effect?
retrain.
The quick effect, the send to pop bounce? No, that sucks.
It's just another bit of removal off turn. It's fine.
This is just... It's too many cards
sorry,
for it to
on
be a
turn.
competent going second deck in this modern game.
They're
Ragiki's at
they're
3.
not trying to retrain Tempai.
Good luck having space for it with all of this
Yeah.
shit that you're putting into your deck.
Like, we don't need off-turn removal anymore. Like,
So
eh.
then they have a retrain of Abyss Tri.
Oh, we kinda do.
So the rank 3, there is now the Abyss Tri Atlantean Spirit. 2+ level 7 waters. Why are you rolling up the map?
Because I don't like this support.
Moving on. So if this card is Xyz summon, target a level 7 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Water monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense for each material attached to this card. Detach a material from this card. Set an Abyss Trap from your deck.
Oh my god.
And
We
then
got an Xyz that does what the old support already did.
Yeah.
Oh no.
you can't improve upon
It's
perfection.
so good.
Yeah, but the other one was hard to make because it needed level 3s, and all the level 3s in Mermail were fantastically shit.
Didn't this fucking, like, one of the others get you the trap?
No.
Oh, what did Gaius get you?
Guys got you nothing.
I swear there was a way to add Abyss Sphere.
That was off Megalo.
Megalo, yeah.
Exactly. There you go. You could already do it. Done.
What
Wait,
what other traps do you want? Maybe the new one.
The new one.
It's going to be also
Abyss
phenomenal
Team.
shit.
Draw cards equal to the number of different types among fish, sea serpent, and aqua monsters you control.
For a maximum of
also,
3
you cannot
cards.
special summon monsters from the extra deck until
And
the
it
ending of
locks
next
you
turn.
for that.
Yeah.
Oh no, locked into water in Mermails. What the fuck will I do? If a face-up water monster you control is destroyed by battle or card
Make
effect
Zeus.
while
Oh,
this
no.
card is in your graveyard, you don't need to make Zeus. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add a Mermail from your graveyard, or banish it to your hand.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if the new card pitched it to graveyard from deck, maybe it'll be good.
There were some really cool
the recursion's
old,
a good bit of that.
There were some really cool old Abyss traps as well that just never got played because they never had the resources for it, which could see play now. Like I want to say one of
I don't
them
know
was
why I
like
can't
Abyss
think of it.
Kraken, or it had like a picture of like a little squiddy thing.
Huh. Oh, yeah.
I remember that trap being really good. It just never
Oh, I
had.
don't remember. I vaguely remember. I don't remember it being good.
This is the embodiment of modern Konami support for decks that you actually want to be good, but are just shit support, where they've gone, you know what Mermail really needed? Us to give them 1 card for going second and 2 cards for going first. Good luck.
How many Mermailers are out there? Let me know. No one ever lets me know.
Yeah, no one
Jake
ever wants
used
to
to be a
answer your
Mermailer.
question. I did. And as such, I don't think that the support's that bad. I think you're just very like boomer mentality, and you just want the deck to do what it used to do.
He wanted to fuck that fish.
Excuse you?
Exactly.
That's a throwback, isn't it? It's callback?
Yeah, it's a something. I can't remember what the callback is, but
We'll remember. Like we'll remember the other Abyss traps.
I mean, I could
Abyss
search them,
Sphere.
but
That's the
Drawing
only
alternate,
one.
like-
The rest
there's
suck.
other Abyss traps.
But
You fucking boomer!
you never played
Move the fuck on!
any of the other ones.
You need to let go.
I'll let go. Let go of ever acknowledging this deck existed.
Can't wait until Pac tops with it, and you know Pac will play it because he was a Mermail player as well.
The Mermail.
How do you know that Pac was a Mermail player?
Because I lost to
hell?
him playing Mermails in the fucking COVID thing I was playing in. It's one of the reasons I hate him.
Jake's never told
Look,
me that before.
this is therapy.
I've absolutely told people this before. You just
Yeah.
weren't listening because I mentioned Mermail and your brain went, oh, I wish Mermail
Abyss
was
scored!
better."
I remember this card. It sucks.
Does it? I remember
When the
it being
set card is
decent.
sent to the graveyard, target 1 monster your opponent controls, send that card to the graveyard. Target one Mermail. What? Well, I just had a fucking logo moment there. Target 1 Mermail against 1,000. That's pretty bad, Jake.
There must be another one that's decent then.
and Squall. Oh yeah, I remember Squall. Target 3 Mermail monsters to the graveyard, special summon those targets in defense position. Their effects are negated, cannot declare an attack, destroy them in the end phase. Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, they're
Oh,
fairly
there's
trash.
Abyss traps. Oh, there's Abyss traps out there, I swear.
Yeah, well, I'm not wrong. There are Abyss traps. It's just
See,
I
even
remember
Michael
them being
Jackson
better.
acknowledges that the Abyss traps were bad.
Well, he's in the Abyss, okay? He doesn't get a say. We're moving on to talk about another one of Ben's, I'm sure, fucking decks that he randomly hates for reason. Sharks!
Oh,
To be fair, I hate sharks more.
You know, he could have just led with the sinful spoil stuff and I wouldn't be like this cranky.
No, save the
leading-
good shit to the end.
He's leading with shit cards and he insists on reading all of them.
And we're just
Can
gonna
we cut back to 2 years ago on this podcast when I say we don't read shit cards, Jake?
But how will we know if they're shit or not until we read them?
If only
By
we-
not acknowledging them.
We need to do pre-prod again.
Yeah.
Again's a strong word.
Pre-prod?
there.
Pre-production.
Like we need to run through, read some cards, actually do our jobs for once.
Anyway, we're only at
Actually,
25
jobs
minutes.
is a strong word too.
We're only at 25 minutes. Anyway, it's a nice water
That's
extender.
forever.
And apparently they don't want to listen to it anymore, so I will
It's
move
shit.
Look,
It's a
sorry to the
shark
sharkers
card.
out there.
on. They're not sorry,
Yeah,
though.
maybe I should like the
They're
sharks.
not sorry. If you're a sharker, find their address and kill them.
This is why we're in a Cronulla shirt.
I thought that was the joke. I thought that was just a visual gag for the viewers at home.
No one acknowledges our visual gags.
Yeah.
Except one person, because they want to dress up Noisy Aircon like a little waifu, and that's gross.
Yeah, we
Gross.
should get it a sailor outfit.
I've changed that intro for Noisy Aircon every week
I know.
for the past 2 years.
I know. But listeners don't know, do they?
Yeah.
They didn't know about the existence of Noisy Aircon.
It's nearly Noisy Aircon season too. Not that we used it
Really?
last year.
Anyway, we'll move on to the shit that people want to hear about. The retrain... Oh, not even the retrains. The second run of the support for Azamina and for White Forest.
So, I'll be honest. I had, after they announced Azamina, I stopped acknowledging its existence until it came out. I completely didn't realize that they just get free special summons.
Yeah.
Those fusion monsters are free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about this.
Yeah. I didn't acknowledge
So
it.
you did... See,
It
this
goes
is
in-
why I don't talk to you about archetypes, because you, like, just don't think of
You
them.
goes-
put it like Kurt to the head.
It goes into my brain, and then I go, well, I won't have to worry about this for 3 months. Out it goes.
What it does is, like, it checks boxes. Is it Six Sam? Is it Light Swan? Is it fucking Dragon Maid?
Yeah.
No? Forget.
I'll worry about it when the set comes out.
Snake Eye.
Fuck me dead.
Yeah, he's
That's the thing, he doesn't even really care that much about Snake Eye.
I don't, no. I've been playing Snake Eyes for, what?
The longest time.
It's been like 9 months now.
Yeah,
I've
some
had Snake
form
Eyes
of
cards
Snake
in my
Eyes.
Yeah. I'm sick of that shit.
And the deck is still here.
I love it.
Woo! I'm going back to playing Snake Eyes.
So anyway, am I allowed to read these ones out?
Yes.
Yeah.
LZ.
I know what these ones do.
Oh, Azamina LZ of the White Forest, level 2, Light Illusion.
Well, this is a
effect
White
monster.
Forest card.
It's both.
It said White Forest.
The first word I said was Azamina, you fuckhead.
Azamina cards aren't searchable. White Forest cards are.
Both are. Reveal this card in your hand. Special summon a White Forest or
It's also
Azamina
an
monster
illusion
from
monster.
your hand. During your main phase, you can fusion summon one Azamina fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters in your hand or field as material.
Oh, that's bad.
It's Cartesian.
Yeah, but the other Azamina stuff just lets you do it for free. This requires you to actually send material.
You
I spit on this.
You may note, Ben, that there's other Azamina cards both existent outside of the negate that was in the first run, as well as in this very announcement that
Also-
may make this
And
relevant.
also, this very card. If we get to the second and third effects.
Also, stop getting so angry. In 3 weeks, if I ask you about this card, you're not going to remember.
No.
So just shut the fuck up and let me read the
You know-
card.
You know why I won't remember this stuff? Because my brain's going to go, it's fine. The Snake Eye stuff that makes this any good is
It's
going
not
to be gone
checking
by now.
any of these boxes. Anyway, if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, add one Sinful Spoils card from your deck to your hand.
Oh no. It's
So
going to
then-
be banned by now.
Yeah. So then, no.
There are so many Sinful Spoil cards other than the ones you are currently playing.
So then,
Yeah, but the others don't do anything.
You're making me angry!
so then you grab Deception, then you get a free fusion as well. So you get a
Both
material
are.
fusion, and then
Yeah.
you get a free fusion.
Okay. When does your Flame Burge get summoned?
I
think I'm about to have an aneurysm.
You could go original in there.
Well,
instead.
actually,
So
Oh, it's not
also,
in this
I
one.
was really
Yeah.
hyped on this card.
and then you realize it wasn't tuna.
It wasn't a tuner. If this card's a tuner, like, oh my god.
It can't be a tuner. There's no synchros in White Forest.
Well, he's not wrong.
Why would the White Forest Azamina card need to not support synchros?
Next.
Next card, Sinful Spoils of the White Forest. If you control a Fiend, Illusion, or Spellcaster, activate one of these
So,
effects.
is that a
I love
tuner?
this card.
It is
it's
a quick
it's
play
quick
spell.
I thought it might have been a tuner.
Activate one of these effects. Special summon one Fiend, Illusion, or Spellcaster monster from your hand. Fusion summon one Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. If this card
Generic
is,
Sinful Spoils fusion.
and then standard White Forest effect, if it's sent to the graveyard to activate a monster effect, set this card.
This card would have been a great tuner.
Play the Deer Bell.
You're fuck.
Quick play spell. If a spells or traps is sent to the graveyard to activate a card or effect, send one illusion or spellcaster monster from your hand, deck, or extra deck to the graveyard. During your main phase, banish 3 spell or traps from your graveyard, including this card. Special summon 1 Diabell monster from your hand or graveyard.
Oh. It's going to summon Snake Eyes Diabell stuff.
So, I can't really comprehend how a Snake Eyes Diabell Star White Forest Azamina deck looks without all the generic link stuff.
It gets filled with fusions and synchros, but you don't have any tuners to make your synchros.
You have so many tuners. Please shut up.
I like
You have
that.
no tuners.
So yeah,
You
we're-
are swimming in tuners.
This
It's just-
White Forest support gave
this
us nothing.
one LZ I've announced is not a tuner, and in your mind, this synchro deck's useless.
I don't think we need to touch on the trap though. Let's get to the second part.
It's a trap.
Yes, because right after this, there was a second run.
A second run.
Yeah.
Any tuners?
Maybe not. But this is what you. These are the fusion thingies.
What happened to White Forest, man? Kurt loved that shit.
We're not even near the
That's
end.
all.
I'm filled with so much rage.
Now Tom loves White Forest.
Queen of the Azamina, level 8 Dark Illusion monster. It's always treated as a Sinful Spoils
I was going
card.
to say always treated as a tuner.
If this card is sent to the graveyard or banished from your hand or field to activate a card effect, by an activated card effect, I should say, special summon this card. When your Azamina or White Forest monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, target a Sinful Spoils spell or trap in your graveyard added to hand. Snake Eyes,
I would
Darn.
ask Jake if that card's good or not, but he'd tell me it's bad because cards that activate in battle phase are bad.
The character in there, have we seen her before?
No.
Interesting.
Queen
the
of the
Elsa.
Azamina is new. And then we have Snake Eyes, Damned Dragon.
Yeah.
Level 8
Damn
Fire Dragon Fusion Effect Monster.
What level?
Level 8. Snake Eyes monster and an illusion monster must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by sending 2 face-up monster cards from your spell and trap zone to the graveyard.
Damn. I can send my Fiendsmith cards.
So
could do
now
that.
back rows are tuners.
It's making your fusion. If this card is special summoned, target...
No. Synchros are just white contact fusions.
Sure. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, place it in the owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. And then we have Saint Azamina, level 10
Wait,
Dark
was that on summon that does that effect?
on
Yeah.
summon. If this card is special summoned.
Is any of the cards have announced quick play fusions?
Yes.
That Azamina chick? Is that the only quick play fusion?
You mean
No.
the quick play spell, the simple
The
spoils
spell
one?
that we were halfway through announcing before you said it wasn't a tuner and therefore you didn't
Yeah, I
hear about
wasn't
it.
a tuner, so it's not good for White Forest, and that's all I care about.
Perhaps, if you listen to things in context, they make a lot more sense.
There's a quick effect fusion in the set that we just got.
Yeah. There's a few.
Is there any tuners in the set we just got? We need that White Forest support. That's good White Forest
I
support.
wish LZ was a tuner.
This is bad White Forest
Please, Jerome, errata it.
Saint
support.
Az...
Does that Flameburge Dragon summon back 2 from grave?
No.
When it goes to grave?
No, but the
That's shit
flame
card.
burst that you've placed in your back row in order to summon it does.
That's implying that the card's still going to be legal.
Saint Azamina, level 10 Dark Illusion Fusion Effect Monster. Attack 0, defense 4,000.
Can it be destroyed by battle card effect?
No. Oh, yeah.
How about
yeah.
you allow me to read the effect? So,
It
needs
doesn't
a
get-
level 6 or higher fusion monster plus a level 6 or higher synchro monster. You
How are we getting that synchro monster?
You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Your opponent cannot target this card. Hang on. Your opponent cannot target this card, cards they control, and cards in the graveyard, and banishment with card effects.
Yeah.
Also,
So it's-
they take any damage you would have taken instead.
Yeah.
So it's the equip play, the equip spell.
Sorry?
Remember the equip spell that you used to play in Infernoble to lock your opponent out of being able to do anything?
Metal Silver Armor?
Yeah, it's Metal Silver Armor.
Yeah, it is very much that. But also Bubel. If this card was...
Stop your opponent from targeting their own shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
U-Ball does that?
No. The
Exactly.
other bit. The damage bit.
Oh, that doesn't matter at all. What matters is, you know how relevant it is when you stop your opponent from targeting cards in their graveyard?
The-
Like, that is going to floodgate a lot of shit. And you're going to hate this card.
yeah.
I'm going to play this
And
card.
also, yeah, you just summon it.
Okay.
It's just...
Jake's playing Floodgates.
It's
Mark
free as
that.
hell.
No.
Mark that off.
I'm just playing to the archetype of I play purple card.
Yeah, it's Floodgate. Mark
Yeah,
it.
now Snake Eyes has purple. He's all in.
If this
baby.
card was fusion summoned this turn, quick effect, special summon one level 9 or lower Azamina monster from your deck or extra deck.
It'd be really hard for Jake to play this archetype when he refuses to normal summon Snake Eyes Ash.
How are they going to... So, hitting Flame Birch is the solution.
Yes.
But do they do it before this?
Exactly. This is the branded fusion issue all over again.
Maybe...
You can't hit branded fusion until they're finished giving all the lore. What's
Yeah.
the XCs?
Dan,
The XZs is kick-ass goblin bikers.
I've been told about this XCs.
2+ level 6 monsters. You can only use the first and second effects once per turn. You can target face-up monsters your opponent controls up to the number of goblin monsters you control. Detach one Xyz monster from your monster, and if you do, attach those targets to this
You
card
sure
as
this is-
material instead.
So you detach that one X0 from your monster?
Yep.
Yes.
Why did they just change the way Goblin Bikers function for this support?
Huh?
All the other Goblin Bikers are just detaching XC's material. So you can detach from your opponents.
I don't know. Maybe it's a little broken to detach from your opponent's monster to then
Steal it?
attach it to something else.
Yeah. I don't have issues with this though.
I mean, you're right. It seems like a kind of a dick move considering they're not doing all that much anyway in the current state of it. So you could have given them that busted thing. It doesn't...
Maybe if I read out the second effect, it'll make more
Oh,
sense.
also, well, you wouldn't want to detach... You wouldn't want to detach a material because you take the XE... You take the monster and all other materials, right? And attach it?
No, you just
No,
take
it's just
you
attaching the
take
monster.
Oh,
monsters.
yeah, so you don't
Yeah.
really... Yeah, it's neither here nor there then.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
The game plan is you detach from Zeus for cost so they can't respond with it.
It doesn't
Yeah.
detach for cost, though.
The others all detached for cost.
No, they don't.
Like all the other Goblin Biker effects that go detached to special summon.
I was literally watching and playing against the deck last night. They do not detach for cost.
Okay. Anyway, I activate my affected hand. Do you have a response? No,
Jake's a
anyway,
goblin
detach.
biker? More than Ben?
No, I just watch.
What a twist!
I just watch things and read things and learn things. Ben hears things, ejects
goblin
things.
biker.
Yes.
Second effect of the kick-ass goblin bikers. During
We
your
should start
opponent's
a game.
turn,
I should start
quick
playing
effect,
too.
target cards your opponent controls up to the number of goblin Xyz monsters you control. Detach 3 Xyz materials from your monsters, and if you do, send those targets to the graveyard.
Your monsters.
Oh no, they're balancing my goblin bikers. Fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever will I do?
Well, that's... I mean, it is a fair complaint.
And then finally, Azamina Unleashing. This card is always treated as a White Forest card. It's a trap.
And we're still reading it. Impressive.
Target cards on the field up to the number of Fusion and Synchro monsters, Fiend, Illusion, or Spellcaster you control, and in your graveyard, return them to the hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate monster effects at this card. So, it's an interesting run of support, whether Ben thinks so or not because of their supposed lack of tuners.
That has a floodgate. You now have an end monster.
4,000 defenses.
The contact fusion with the back row is really cool.
Yeah.
That, the Cartesia I like.
It's actually not that easy to get two in your back row.
Look, it gets Chimera all up and firing, so that's all I care about.
It will be fun to see what actually happens with it.
Oh, it'll still be bad.
Oh yeah, because there's no tuners. How do you make all these crazy synchros?
Oh, no, well, I mean, with the Chimera stuff. You can do some cool shit.
No, it has no tuners. It's bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
For that fusion to be easily
Speaking of
summonable,
bad-
you have to
Oh, well, I
keep
mean-
Ash and Poplar in the game.
Will you do like if are you gonna go into this fusion world? Are you gonna
I'll see how it works. It might mean that I have to pick up White Forest stuff, which would be a massive pain in the ass.
do?
I'm sure that stuff's worthless.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure you don't need
announce
any-
any new synchros or tuners in any of this White
Pretty
Forest
sure
support.
all the Azamina
Yet.
Snake Eyes. Like, you don't need any of that
Yet.
stuff. Oh my god.
Besides Tom.
Yeah. Tom only wanted the runic stuff anyway.
Yeah, but Tom has the high rarity stuff. I'm not.
Doing
Hi, Rarity.
It's not.
Didn't you sell him all your QCRs?
Report from outside.
Ben, stop talking over me in whispers.
I'm reporting directly to the line. Context of what's happening.
This is ASMR.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of bad support, we have another run of Metal Morph cards.
Oh yeah.
So this one is Metal Flame Sword. Ben, shut the fuck up!
Can't believe we're reading this.
Why not? There's a couple comments to attach to this, I think.
Okay, off you go.
So, cannot be normal summoned to set. This is Metal Flame Sword, by the way, level 6 machine for some reason.
He's metal morphed. Of course, he's a machine now.
Must be special summoned with max metal morph by tributing a level 5 higher warrior monster. Reveal
So
this
you gotta
card
get
in
the
your
other one.
hand. Add one card that mentions max metal morph from your deck to your hand, except itself, and if you do, shuffle this card into the deck. Each time your opponent activates a card or effect while it's on the board, this card gains 300 attack, and if it does, inflict 500 damage to them.
Was it Ethan that said this? That, yeah, it's actually not Flame Swordsman support, it is actually Max Metal Morph support. And by the card that you just read, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Poor Flame Swordsman, what a bitch.
Yeah,
Don't read the next
nothing to do with that. I don't hate the trap, but yeah, I can understand why I don't read it.
Why was it not... I had two issues with this. A, it sucks. And B, for some reason, he did not have a guitar.
When
It
did...
should have been Heavy Metal Flame Swordsman. He should have had a guitar.
The sword should be like a sword guitar.
Yeah.
Like an axe.
Yeah. Just like in the show.
That wasn't in the show.
Heavy Metal Musician King?
Again, wasn't heavy metal. It was just Musician King.
No, he equips with Metal Morph
yeah.
and becomes Heavy Metal Musician King.
He's said this
Does
a
he?
few times. Wasn't it Johnny Steps that did it?
Yep.
Johnny Steps.
Anyway, it's anime garbage. I don't care. OTS
I don't know.
26
Dare you.
has been announced.
He started that combo with sending Witch of the Black Forest to the graveyard, and he didn't trigger its effect to add.
What's he going to add? He already has his boss monster.
That's why he lost the duel.
So, OTS 26. I don't know if we have a release date for it yet, but I'm assuming soon.
17.
Ah, there we go. So it'll be out this week
Oh, it's heavy
for,
metal.
for everyone except for us.
He made a funny joke. We'll get it in 4 fucking months.
Yeah. So, the 3 ultis. We already knew Lo, Prayers of the Voiceless Voice. The 2 that we didn't know that we're getting are Diablo Star, the Black Witch, and the Phantom of Yubel. Why is the Phantom of Yubel getting another printing?
Why are we getting Dark Witch?
That's another one that probably shouldn't get another printing.
Yeah, that kind of shit's on the Bonanza printing. And yeah, Phantom, I guess all the Battles of Legends are sold, so they're gonna shit on that. But
But it's not even it's not even competing with the product sales because it's meant to be specialty product.
yeah, but it's more of this is the new highest rarity and probably the better looking one in my opinion.
All of those people that are chasing Magias are now going to have a less value out of their boxes to sell.
Yeah, so people chase that, leave the other one. Neither here nor there, I guess.
And then a couple of the supers at least. We've
Imagine you in a
got
structure deck anyway.
Backjack, Ancient Gear Frame, Lantern Shark, Bloodshot Shark, Samurai Destroyer, Moon of Closed Heaven, Chicken Game.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Chicken Game, Ostinato.
Yeah, a bit late.
Is Sungan Summoning?
Don't take it though.
Yeah, Sungan Summoning.
Yeah.
Activate Ostinato is still full Snake Eyes combo.
Fire Sorcerer.
It's a full White Forest combo though.
Oh no, sorry. Fire Sorcerer.
Maybe
is
if
a
they have an
common.
Xyz. I don't know.
And then, disappointingly, Abyss Megalo, Shapina, and
Megalo's
Shien all getting commons.
I don't know why they reprinted the fucking Norse gods.
Yeah, it feels like they're
So-
planning on some nonsense.
They reprinted Norse gods. Were the Norse gods in the Legendary Dragon decks, or were they in the next one?
Oh, yeah, good point.
I
they
think they were
just-
in the next one.
Okay, because they
I
just
think they were in
reprinted the, Legendary
They were
Dragon
in
decks.
the Warrior ones.
Okay,
I think they
so
were
it's
alongside
the
PK.
next one they're going to reprint. I feel like that reprint was not necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first super that you said?
The first super I said was Backjack.
Oh, what was the second?
Ancient Gear Frame.
Yeah, that's when I started listening.
I'm so glad that I'm valued on this podcast and
Hey,
people
listen to the
listen to me.
ultis. There's just a little blip of time that I was doing something.
Like, it's not a bad OTS pack.
Yeah. there's-
But by the time we get it, it's going to be a bad OTS pack.
Yeah, well, I mean, I imagine Wanted will be limited in January, so Diablo Star will still be a couple bucks, but
I actually think that they probably should have done the Ulti Wanted. And not Ulti Diablo Star. Ulti Wanted
I
would have
agree.
looked so much nicer.
yeah.
Ulti spells.
Just do both. Do both, fuck low off.
Yeah.
The thing is, Voiceless Voice will become good eventually. It's just
It just needs everything else to
needs
be bad.
everything else to get worse. Yeah, Like, not even.
You know the
being
amount of
funny.
decks that we've said this about, and there's never, ever, ever been playable.
Yeah, like it's
Oh, it's playable.
it's good
but
for
never
locals.
been good.
That's it. It's good for locals. I don't think it should get an ulti because it's it's a fine deck. I shouldn't shit on it that much, but I hate it.
It's rituals. Is
Bad rituals. When are we getting a Necroz announcement? We're due.
when's the Necroz trap?
I mean,
Next
soon.
week. Next week will be.
Where's
talking about
Necroz trap, Jerome?
You would assume it's soon.
Where they link low and Necroz up. You know.
And then just quickly, we got the
Horror
announcement
fair.
for the double fusion spell. It is awful. It is a waste, and we'll probably get that one real soon because it's so bad.
And, we won't
And then
get
just quickly as
Camellia.
well, for the OCG, they've announced a quarter century art collection, which seems to be a bunch of alternate arts of cards being printed again. So it'll be coming out late Feb.
That'll be Battles of Legend next year. Woo!
100 different cards in the set, so I'm assuming they're including all the normal
So
rarities.
It will be filler in our
normal-
Megatins. Woo!
So all the normal arts and the different arts, I'm
This is
assuming.
just going to be the theme of our Megatins next year.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
But that takes us on to some questions. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord link, will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. First question this week comes to us from 6R6. What archetype can't you let go of? Is it for sentimentality? Is it never got to properly play it? Just really like the mechanic?
I have no issue with letting go of decks.
But also, you still have all of them?
Yeah, I don't sell much stuff. Mainly because by the time it's worth me selling it, it's worthless. So I just don't
Yeah.
sell it. It just lives in binders. Anyway, for Jake, it's Mermail. You can never let go of it. He starts to read all the cards. He still thinks that Abyss Sphere is not the best trap card in that deck.
Squall.
Just don't play traps.
Exactly. Make that support redundant.
I don't hate the new trap, it's just not amazing.
Anyway.
I mean, I was lamenting this. Look, scraps have come up a lot in the last month.
5 years.
And yeah, just once again, just like, oh, Millennium. I can straight away. There's like a board and it helps a lot. And it's like, I can't keep doing this. But it's a whole lot better than what fucking Millennium can do with its own stuff. So it's like, ugh. But it can't be right. It can't be right. Maybe could just do Crystal Beasts. That's the other one as well. Like, I had the same thought process with both Scrap and Crystal Beasts, where it's like, this deck has a rank 4 that can make it way more consistent. What makes rank 4s?
Raziel soon?
Yeah,
Raziel
true.
Crystal Beast?
Then you quickly fusion into the new Snake Eyes as well.
Surely Raziel locks your Xyz. Surely. Find out soon, I guess. For me, I mean,
Sorry.
Invoked is one of them. What?
Scrap Raptor released 4 years ago. 3 years ago. 4 years ago? 4 years ago. 3 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
3.5 years ago.
Would have been nice
Thank
in
you.
August.
It would have been great in August.
We're getting Orcus support.
Except if you got Veiled, you would have been fucked.
It's valid now, you're fucked. In a bad way.
Except for Imseti. Imseti Gold.
True.
But yeah, there's a few decks that I like to go back to at times, and occasionally they get rewarded because they get support. Unchained was one that got some support. It was meta for a while, and then it got limited. August, that'll be getting support soon. Looking forward to seeing what they actually do. Haven't been rewarded on some of them though. Appliances comes to mind, although I was happy to let that one go. I played that one a couple of times and it's like, yeah,
I
okay.
remember many a day when Smoking Jacob would be outside of Good Games being like, appliances cards. Appliances! Gotta get those appliances!
In my peripheral, that looked very different.
Yeah. Did you hear that from the news desk?
No.
Raziel locks you into specifically rank 4s. Shocking. Yeah, but, like I keep much of those decks. I just get too lazy to then play them again. For instance, I want to go back to Dogmatica for a little bit at some point, but I can't be bothered putting that together. I want to try out different variants of Invoked, but too
So
lazy
he's
to
very
do that either.
sentimental.
I'm sentimental. I'm just lazy / busy. Let's go with busy.
Yeah, I don't know, but then again, like you also learn new decks as well to a point. So it's just
If I see a
it is what it
mechanic
is.
that I'm interested in, I'll play it. But like, the drive to play the best deck in the room has never been that big for me. I play what I like, and sometimes what I like happens to be meta.
Like
And I'm
meta
okay with that.
fist.
Well, that's all right.
Dude, that was not meta.
You
It's in the name, Jake.
can almost use that to transition to the next question.
The next question. How do you feel about mirror matches at locals? Are they fun or are they soul destroying?
Depends. Costume mirrors are fun.
Eh?
Just gonna leave that out there.
I mean, I didn't play Cashew before, so.
I very rarely have mirrors at locals.
I said, no, yeah, you used to insist it was almost like Zoo.
Yeah, cash mirrors are like
Yeah,
Zoo.
that's
It's
right.
fucking brilliant.
Then why'd you get rid of Cash?
'Cause everyone else
thought it was
stopped
such
playing
an
Cash.
amazing mirror.
Well, I sold it because the ban list was coming, and I was like, surely they put Fenrir to 1.
Yep.
That never happened.
What was it? Unicorn to 2?
No, they banned Rise Heart. Rise Heart? One of them.
And that
Whichever
was-
the fucking one
yeah.
was.
They limited it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that first. I was just like, they have to ban Fenrir, or limit Fenrir. To this day, Fenrir is still at 3.
Card's absurd. It really needs to go at some point.
It wasn't necessarily a mirror, but it happened on recording of what would be soul destroying is if both you and your opponent are playing 60 cards.
Yeah. See, I title those videos as one is Terelement and the other is Lightsworn. I don't title them as mirrors because I don't want people to think that they're just mirror matches.
But yeah, that
Wait.
would be.
When was this?
When it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago? Every single time.
Oh, this is when I was versing Logan, right?
Yeah, I always title those videos as Terelement versus Lightsworn.
So were you playing grass? You were playing grass, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than 50% of our locals was playing Grass on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like for Millennium, I'm just going to bump up to like to have less bricks, like 52 or something, no grass, and just be like, oh, they won't be able to grass me.
I mean, with 52, we still grass 8.
Yeah. Not if I.
They
That's
also
not how
draw a
math
hand.
works.
They have to draw a hand as well.
Yeah.
So I'll bump up to 60 then. That's what you're telling me.
60
Well,
card
yeah, if you
Millennium.
want to mitigate grass, you have to play
Oh,
the same
yeah.
number.
Oh, but a mil 8 is better than mil 20.
Yeah. No, wait.
Rule 4.
From the perspective of not the grass player.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I get it, but like, yeah, you said, oh, I'll just turn off their grass. It's like, no, you'll make it worse, but it's not off.
Yeah.
I didn't draw grass today. Made me very sad.
But you need to still draw the cards into grass, so your deck would be thinner. You would get less mills.
Just open it.
Yeah, let's open the one of.
I do. It's the only time I see it because I'm not playing the fucking left arm package.
Can't set.
Yeah, I know. Where am I supposed to put my Sulliek?
Yeah. Where are you meant to put it?
On occasions, mirrors can be very fun.
Ask Richard Gere.
I don't even know if our viewers will be young enough, or old enough rather, to get that reference. Kurt has no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, he has no clue.
Yeah, mirrors can be very fun. I did enjoy tier mirrors to a point. Branded mirrors were tricky, pre-Gimmick Puppet at least.
Did you have Ash Blossom? Oh, you won. Team mirrors were fucking cancerous.
See,
I like how shit they were. It was a mess.
I loved
that period, but there was no like. It felt
So fucking long.
Yeah, and
I loved the
it was
chaos.
so RNG.
I loved it. It was great. Ben just
Was
wants
it was it a good game? No, and that's why I loved it.
see. Ben wanted to just play chess with his Kashtiran matchup where he moves a piece forward, they move a piece, and it's like this literal back and forth. I was very much for a water bomb fight where you weren't sure where you're throwing shit.
Let's go
You just
gambling.
sort of hope you hit the thing that you want to hit.
It's 7
Just got
times out of
killed there.
10 that it explodes in your hand.
Oh,
You
yeah.
made your opponent mill, and then they're now winning because you made
Go
them
back.
mill.
Oh, I milled your Gator.
Hey.
We keep going.
Like you know. Yeah.
Taste of it, that game.
We've definitely done that before as well, I'm pretty sure. Thanks for the questions, though.
Yes. Next question from Drew647A, which is that Drew?
Yeah, Drew D's in Discord now.
Yeah. He heard us mention, or heard me mention New York pancakes in the last episode, and he says as an American, that's not a real thing. I'm certain I've heard multiple places and media reference the existence of New York pancakes.
Americans, we want to hear from them.
Other Americans, Jake wants to hear your opinion instead.
I was thinking about pancakes this morning.
Although he does prefer French toast over pancakes. His question, though, he noticed in the new Abyss set they got Mermail support. Is it good? Ben says no.
After us just wailing on mermails for a whole podcast.
I think it's fine. It's just not like going to be meta relevant.
Really?
It is very much sitting in the rogue tier.
I am on Drudy's side. I've googled it. There is no such thing as New York pancakes.
Is this a what's that thing?
Mandela?
Yeah.
Mandela pancakes?
His second question, Drew D, is what's the fastest you've ever driven? His is 226 miles per hour, which is
That feels a lot.
That's a
Very
lot of freedom
hot.
units.
many eagles per
360.
bombs.
360 kilometers.
That is. I need the context as to how
I haven't even
you
done
were
half
traveling
of
that
that.
I was
fast.
to say, I think in freedom units, the fastest I've ever gone is 110 miles.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'd be somewhat close to that as well.
Yeah.
Really? I only hit 150.
Yeah.
Ish. It was a bit above.
Wait, K's or miles?
K's.
Oh, okay.
But 150 miles is concerning, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's why I was asking. Yeah. What was the context in which you hit your speed?
Racing.
Racing where?
Oh.
Down south. I used to do some car racing on the side.
No, you did
Not
car.
in my
Which, I
cars.
mean, so to say so.
Wait, car racing or kart racing?
Car racing.
Car racing, okay. Yeah, similar
I
context.
also
to
wanted
mine.
doing trucks.
Used to go to track days.
I gotta make the delivery! Move out of the way!
Get off the highway. I'm rolling through. Puts on convoy.
crash
Yeah,
at
mine
Summer
was similar
Forest.
context. I was on a drive day.
Yeah.
I was in the Northern Territory where certain roads are just like, no speed limit, off you go.
Oh, that's true. There is.
We
a
didn't
couple
pave
of
it
stretches.
sometimes. Be careful.
Yeah, so I was like, 160 kilometers is about what you want to top at. In my car.
Another question from Drew D. What was your worst moment as a player?
Christ.
His was losing to a guy with a giant beard in a top hat and a cape who summoned a Utopia monster that reduces your life points to 10 and beat him with it 2 out of 3 games. And that put him at 2-5 at YCS Seattle, so he dropped. And then he played Grass Noids in a side event and also did badly.
That would hurt. That would hurt real bad.
Was his name Jack Pavis by any chance?
Wait a minute.
Jack Pavis is my thing. I once dueled against Jack Pavis, and he was playing.
Phantom Knight.
Yeah, he was playing Phantom Knight, that deck. And he just like fog bladed and used all the other traps onto my monsters and then just made me sit there while he did his combos and then passed back. And I had a full board and was like, I passed back. He was like,
He
haha.
locked Ben in to do
Now I
his
can
10
make-
card Rebellion Xyz
Yeah, so
combo.
then he could just fucking slowly get to his finishing point, and I was like, I fucking hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here with like fucking 5 shitty pendulum monsters on my board. It's like, I'm not playing any monsters that are bigger than level 4, so yeah, I'm fucked here.
As a player.
Um,
There's plenty of bad moments in tournaments and with certain people, but As a player, one I've said before, I let someone gamma me while they had a monster on board.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
And that was like a game 3 in a winner mat in Melbourne, and that was getting towards the end as well.
So, I just want to make Drudy feel a little bit better. It could have been worse. Your opponent could have been playing illusions with their top hat.
Yeah.
And then after they won, went like, and that was my trick.
You put your hand up to call the judge, you look back, and it's just a whole Digimon board. Like he wasn't even playing Yu-Gi-Oh! The entire time.
He just throws a fucking smoke bomb and it's different thing. He's like, oh!
Throws the smoke bomb and you end up at Rose Hill instead of...
Yeah.
I suppose...
He cuts your deck and you just start fucking drawing like petite moths. Ah.
My worst moment as a player. I was versing actually a guy I knew from MacArthur, and I set up Orcus board, Pendulum Orcus board, so it was slightly worse than normal Orcus, and he proceeded to just lock me under Mystic Mine for the rest of the duel.
I remember when that happened.
It was the angriest I've ever been.
That happened for 3 years.
Yeah, I didn't describe a particular moment in time, did I? That was...
No. The amount of fucking times that happened
That was
where you'd like build your board and your opponent just go, oh, you don't have a way to stop Mystic Mine? Anyway, here's a Mystic Mine.
Sit on this, get up by
You don't know.
500 life points, I now won the duel. Look at my skill.
I pass back to you for 35 minutes. Anyway, I normal summon a Sky Striker monster now, make Hayate attack for game.
In that same Oceanics, I was also
That
under
happened
Mystic
to me the
Mine
same.
against Altergeist, and they had the spoofing loop.
I remember
I hated that loop.
not this New Zealand Oceans, the one before, so it's 3 years ago, 2 years ago, or however that fucking math works. I was sideboarding the Mystic Mine and Sprite, and there were multiple games where game 3 I just fucking put in Mystic Mine, dropped it, and just went, did you side out the out? Oh, you did? Cool, I won. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah.
Miss you, mine. Miss you every day.
I don't.
There's
Rest
actually
in piss.
there's a few other terrible misplays in my life that I think about when I go to sleep. Most people have shame reels. I have misplay reels.
And then our last question is from
was
Jesse.
shame.
What card are you surprised hasn't got a QCR? Personally, his is Fenrir, and for that opinion, bad.
No.
It needs it'll be in the Bonanza.
It's got an ulti. What do you want a QCR for when you got an ulti?
That's exactly why it's surprising it doesn't have a QCR.
Yeah, got to devalue all the products possible. So far, it's only got 3 prints. Logically now, Konami says that they need to have 10.
It does feel like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, 10 prints. All rarities.
And ban.
I want Fenrir in the really shit ulti.
I mean, if it is in Bonanza, it will get one of those ultis. And then, hopefully, they ban it. And I don't have to think about it ever again.
Just limit it.
No, ban.
No, it's not a card I don't think is good enough to be banned, but it should be limited. It is a card that should be at 1.
You know what card that should be banned? Birth. Fuck that card.
Yeah. They can have a Rise Art back to 3 if you ban Birth. Ban Birth and limit Fenrir. Give them the Xyz back to 3. Do whatever the fuck they want.
Do we have QCR, Ash?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
Rack
which
one.
Ash do you mean?
Ash.
Not Feed Ash.
No, I think he's talking about Snake Eye Ash.
No, Blossom.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's like $250-ish a copy.
Yeah, there's nothing else that's really missing one. That's why the Bonanza's going to be interesting, because we're going to get some cool shit, hopefully.
Ghost Ogre, normal
That.
Yeah, normal Ghost
and
Ogre art.
Ghost Mourner.
I still need
I can
to.
go with that Ghost Mourner.
I still need to match my
I like
fucking Ghost Ogre arts. My Ghost Ogre
Rarities?
printings. So I've got 3 original secrets, but you know how like they had that weird dodgy Euro print? So I've got like 2 regular Euro print and 1 dodgy Euro print. So I don't have any US prints, but my Euro prints don't match.
No, yeah.
It drives me insane.
I want more vanilla QCRs. Why? No idea.
Don't say that. They're going to give Lokai one then.
Yeah, good.
I just want to put out into the ether of people to comment. Can someone tell me why there was that dodgy Euro print?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause for some reason, at a point in time, there were 3 different prints existing. There was 2 Euro prints and a US print. I want to know why. Can someone who knows what that is, please comment?
There was a Texan visiting the factory.
He's like, yeehaw, make him darker. That's normally what a Texan would say.
No!
A Texan would normally say the opposite.
Thank you for listening and watching. That will conclude us for today. If you are watching along, feel free to like and subscribe. If you're listening, feel free to favorite. Jump into our Discord. Don't say anything racist, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Yeehaw.